Sometimes we try to take control of situations in an effort to minimize and defend ourselves against bad things happening to us. I consider myself a bit of a perfectionist and control freak at times. I am always the planner type, the host, and the one who always tries to do everything to my best ability. A lot of times it can be a good thing, and I was able to always fit in and get the things I wanted to do done. But every so often, I saw the cracks forming in my self-image from the constant need for perfection. And that is why this year I decided to learn to let go of it. But what even is perfection? I honestly couldn't even tell you. It seemed like this status that existed just out of my reach and had no distinct features. It's so unachievable though, because everyone's idea of perfect is different. And I definitely wasn't trying to achieve my idea of perfect. It was always someone else's. Gaining validation from others was addictive and a type of validation that I gave more weight to than my own. And that became my biggest obstacle. When you're so focused on external validation, you'll start making things up in your brain. I started preemptively assuming what people would think and often came up with the most overly critical reaction someone could have toward me. It was like I was constantly bracing for the worst or most negative thing to happen. And then that started building a wall in front of me, shooting down ideas out of fear of messing up and being criticized. Wanting to be perfect ignores our humanness. Mistakes and things going differently than planned are some of the best experiences to learn from. We either learn how to improve our work and skills or see that there is something greater out there for us. A key thing I have learned throughout my life from my own experiences and the people I view as successful is that failure is a good thing. I love repeating the quote, "Rejection is redirection," as a reminder of this. Perfectionism will fail us at some point in our pursuit of it because we are human. We can't avoid making mistakes or hitting a lull of any sort. And it's honestly anxiety-inducing to put all of our self-worth into being flawless because we all know that we are capable of messing up. In the pursuit of perfectionism, control becomes the biggest weapon against human error. We believe if something goes wrong, it is our fault. Maybe we learn this at a young age after spilling something in the kitchen and getting in trouble. Or maybe we received a rejection letter and wondered what we did wrong and what we could have done better. But there are so many things in life that we cannot control. They just happen. And focusing on finding fault in ourselves only goes so far depending on the situation. I think it's important to understand what we truly do and don't have control over. If it is something we can control, we can also choose to be compassionate towards ourselves and work on those things without being unnecessarily negative to ourselves. If it isn't something we can control, we need to let go of it and let it run its course. There isn't even a lot we can do through worrying over things we can't control because we can't change them. So how do we let go of being a perfectionist? Do it anyway. We all know those things we want to do, but think we aren't capable of achieving our specific vision of it. But if we don't at least do the thing, it won't ever exist, and we won't ever get better at it. Any sort of action is a step further than inaction. Really think about how you feel about how something you've done turned out. It doesn't matter who said or didn't say anything. Did I enjoy the process of creating? Did I get inspired while creating? What do I think about specific parts of the end product? Give yourself constructive criticism. Just like how we see the value of constructive criticism as opposed to blatantly being mean towards other people, we must do the same for ourselves. What is the purpose of dogpiling insults and attacking our character when assessing what we have done or created? How are we supposed to learn if all of our energy is put into making ourselves feel bad? Focusing on specific key areas and figuring out what can be done next time to achieve the vision is more effective. It provides actionable solutions to try again next time. When looking at things others have done, look for inspiration, not for ruthless comparison. Think positively. Whenever something good happened to me, I worried that it would never happen again. And if something bad happened to me, I would worry that the same or worse would happen again. Simply deciding to flip those scripts around has done wonders. And it is a simple flip because we can't predict the future. So why not choose to think positively and see the glass as half full? Our thoughts are just thoughts, but our reality is often a reflection of our thoughts. So why not work on making our thoughts positive ones? Think abundantly. Why must we think we only have one shot at doing something? Most desires we have are not a one-time thing. Of course, there can be exceptions, but really analyze what is the true overall desire and wish. A lot of times there are multiple ways we can make our dreams successful. Similar to thinking positively, why not think abundantly? First, it removes a lot of pressure from having only one chance. Second, I've realized how thinking in abundance can open a lot more doors than having a very limiting mindset. Use your what ifs to be hopeful because you get to control that. Truly believe in your resilience. You'd be shocked at how resilient we are. There are things our minds can't even fathom happening that we are capable of overcoming. The long history and evolution of humankind are proof of that. Believe in and be compassionate to yourself. You can't hate yourself into being your best self. I know that there are a lot of skeptics when it comes to positive thinking, but why not think positively for the sake of it being more productive than negative thinking? We all keep going and persisting through hard experiences because we have hope that we will overcome them and find happiness again in life. I also believe that letting go of control and perfectionism doesn't send you to the opposite end. It just allows for more self-compassion, lets go of the pressure, and opens up creativity. There is room for us to make mistakes. There are different levels of mistakes, and yet we can still overcome them. I also am a believer that everything happens for a reason, and everything can be a lesson if you want it to be. The beauty of releasing control and perfectionism is that we let things be what they are and have an open mind about what things can be. Thank you so much for watching. I hope something in this resonated with you. We're 2,000 subscribers away from 10K, so if you know anyone who might enjoy my content, I would so appreciate if you would share this with them. I really appreciate every single one of you who has supported my channel this far, and I'm very excited to keep growing our community. I hope you have a lovely week, and I will see you very soon.